Hello Capricorn and welcome to the Summit Experience. I'm going to be doing a reading from the 7th to the 15th. Yes, it's late. I don't want to hear about it. I've had a lot going on, so that's that. If you want a private reading, find the... keep in mind, first of all, that today is 888. 8/8/18. Very important dates. A lot of cyclical energy, a lot of karmic energy, past life situations right now. You pay close attention to your dreams last night and tonight. For those of you that are already sleeping, please make sure to write down your dreams. Could have a lot of important meanings as pertaining to your this life, your next life, the future, as pertaining to this life right now. So keep in mind, for those of you that are going to watch this before the end of the day, of course, the energies are not stagnant, so it's not embodied all in one day. It could still go on for the next 2 to 3 days. Same way the full moon energy plays out days before it happens and days before after it happens. Same way we have retrograde energy, Mercury retrograde, for example. You feel the shadow retrograde. Energy is not stagnant and it's not embodied in one day. So while yesterday is a focal point and the culmination point, the energy could still play out for the next few days. So please be very mindful of your dreams during this period. Write them down. They could tell you a lot about yourself, the cycles you're going through, and your past life and your present life and your future lives that you might come to. You might see how some people in this lifetime have played a part in your past lifetime. Your husband could have been your dad in your past lifetime. That kind of stuff, your mother or whatever. So keep that in mind. 888, very important day. It talks about cycles, the 8 symbol of infinity. So keep an open mind right now. And really just pay attention to your intuition. But yeah, so if you want a private reading, you can find me in the description box. Look down below in the description box. You have my Instagram and my email, and you can contact me through any of those mediums. And that's pretty much all I have to say. Let's get into the reading. So Capricorn, from the 7th to the 15th, even though I'm really trying not to focus too much on the dates, I'm just giving myself a date so I can have a focal point. But like I just said with the dates, it could play out 1 week earlier, 1 week later, 2 weeks earlier, 2 weeks later, whatever the case. It's energy. So, but let's see what I can get. Of course, it's a general reading. It's not going to apply to everybody. Okay, so let's see. The surface for Capricorn, 7th to the 15th. Shadow for Capricorn, focal point. No, what am I saying? The surface mind for Capricorn, 7th to the 15th. Surface mind for Capricorn, 7th to the 15th. What can I get? Lord, show me the truth. Not what I want to see, not what they want to see, but the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. Okay, surface mind Capricorn, 7th to the 15th of August, 2018. Let's go. 7 of Wands and King of Swords. Okay, those might play Queen of Swords. So some of you are dealing with an air sign, and the 3 of Cups. Some of you are dealing with an air sign, and we had the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So that could actually be very good. Let's see, because those are partners. You might have that in your placement, even if it's not your sun sign. It could be your moon, your rising, your Venus, your 11th house, wherever the energy is hitting you the most. Of course, that also represents mercurial energy. And if you are aware, we are in a Mercury retrograde right now, so that could have something to do with it. So let's see, Capricorn, 7th to the 15th of August, 2018. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, Lord. Oh, I got 2 cards still. The 3 of Cups and the Page of Wands. Okay. The 4 of Cups and the Page of Wands. The 3 of Wands at the bottom of the deck right there, and the Sun. So some of you could be doing a Leo, or you could have Leo in your placement, but the energy talks of enlightenment. Some of you know what you want. There's some kind of an offer being made here. I just saw that Page of Wands, so definitely, and you have all Wands energy, all fire energy. So I'm getting it's time to take action. There's something here that you're not. Queen of Wands under the 3 of Wands. So a lot of fire energy. There's something here that I'm feeling like is good for you, but I'm getting that you might be not taking the right kind of action towards it, or not even taking action towards it, and you're needing to. Let's see, your soul. The star. There's a destined event here. The Five of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. Again, there's a destined event here, but I'm feeling like some of you might, and then the Moon, and then the Five of Swords. It's like some of you who do an Aquarius. You're fighting yourself. You're fighting against something that could be good for you, is what I'm getting here. There could be something here that's very good for you, but I feel like you're gonna reject it. You're not taking the necessary actions to make it happen. It could actually, but it's a wish fulfillment. It's a blessing, and it's something destined. But I'm getting someone who has some kind of a childish mentality, a lack mentality, Capricorn, that could be hindering them from noticing this thing right now. And keep in mind, I just talked about this. You know, the star is also the card of destiny, and I just talked about the 888, you know, and all that. So please pay attention to your intuition. Pay very close attention to your intuition. And what is trying to pull you towards, because I'm feeling like some of you are not listening to your intuition, and even though it's leading you the right way, and you're going to miss out on opportunity. Could be vice versa for cross watchers or whatever, but let's see your present energy right now. The High Priestess, intuition. The Sun, what is being highlighted? And the Nine of Swords, what is this being highlighted to you? Why aren't you listening? And this woman has her ears closed, and I've been talking about this whole time. Listen, listen, listen. And remember, I just talked about pay attention to your dreams. Some of you could be having night terrors, nightmares, bad memories coming up, things that you might think you thought you buried away. But it's an important step in your evolution and your growth and your soul's growth and your ability to manifest something, what you want. There's something here that is being highlighted to you that you need to focus on about yourself, about your journey, maybe even going back to a past life. And, you know, funny enough, you're the only sign I've talked about the 888 with. The only sign. I feel, unless I'm mistaken, but I believe you're the only sign I've talked about the 888 with, which is today's date. And it's already 11:34 p.m. So for some of you, it's already the next day. But I feel like I have to talk about it with you guys. And then I do your reading, and it's already coming up, your intuition, your dreams. Pay very close attention to your dreams right now. Please, please, please. Because I feel like someone is about to miss something, miss an opportunity on something that could actually, again, be very good for them. And it might leave them in a state of destitution. Some of you have a very strong lack mentality that is keeping you stuck on something. You're kind of like pulling from that lower vibrational devil energy, and you're keeping yourself stuck on something or stuck in a feeling that is supposed to be wearing out. And because of that, you're going to miss out on something that's your dream come true. There's a destined event that's trying to happen here, but you're not paying attention to it. It could also be requiring you to heal. Your energy could also be trying to pull you towards, maybe you've gone through like a karmic lesson, and it's time, and then the Five of Swords, self-deception right there. And the Judgment, rebirth, and healing, and second, and the Three of Cups, a reason to celebrate, and the Five of Cups, the Five of Pentacles. We keep getting this Five of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. Inner conflict, lack mentality, self-depreciative behavior, doubting yourself, talking down on yourself, not believing that you can do what you can do. You have the energy, but maybe your energy is feeling rather low right now with the Page of Wands. What is this, Capricorn? Potential future for Capricorn? The King of Cups, this one want to come out on the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Wands, the Judgment, and the Magician. The ability to manifest. It's like you can manifest it. Let me see. Are they caving in? Are they surrendering to this High Priestess? Are they surrendering to this High Priestess? Okay, this is good. Okay, thank you. This has just completely changed the energy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. They're surrendering. And those of you that follow the channel long enough know that this is my card of surrender. Because the Ten of Wands to me represents, something that's needing the end. Because if you will notice with the Ten of Wands, a person is still carrying the burden. They still have the burden on their back. They're carrying those wands. And it's a heavy burden, but they're still carrying it. The Ten of Swords to me represents surrendering. So I asked, are they surrendering to this energy? And I get yes. They are surrendering to it. They are surrendering to the lesson. And maybe the lesson is to keep someone out. Could be a fire sign. Keep them out because they're not bringing anything new. They're not bringing any fulfillment. Especially with the King of Cups here and the Seven of Wands. It's like guard your space, guard your energy, guard your emotions. You have to guard yourself against someone, Capricorn. Could be an Aquarius, a Pisces, a Leo, or someone with that in their placement or somewhere in their environment. So yes, it is good that you're surrendering to this. Okay. That's a good thing. Woo! Thank God. Some of you could be feeling vitality all of a sudden. You're healing now. Because I'm getting some of you, it's like you're just starting to heal from something. And you might have someone from a past situation coming in to offer something to you. Others of you, it's like someone is trying to rush you out of a state of healing, but you're needing to reject. Like it's kind of like either someone you've already known that's coming back, trying to pull you back into a karmic cycle, but you're trying to keep your eye on the prize. For others of you, it's like people are trying to distract you and remove you. Like there's some kind of situation where it's like people are trying to distract you from something. It might be, or you might have someone coming in that's a good lover. They're there to give you, but you're not ready for that big step. You're not ready for that big leap. It's a good situation, but there's still work and there's still a lot of healing with the star here that has to happen. You need to get into your emotional balance first and really center yourself first before you can reinvest into anything. This is time. Take this time for you, Capricorn. And I always tell people there's a big difference between being alone and being lonely. And it's like someone is really getting that message that being alone doesn't mean they're lonely. They're getting comfortable in their own skin. So this is very good because you're surrendering to this reality. You're not carrying this burden. You want to release this burden. That's part of that High Priestess energy, the knowledge that comes with the High Priestess. So now let's see the external energy. Surrounding energy. The Queen of Swords, you might again, we have the star here, Aquarius, Queen of Swords, Five of Cups, and the King of Swords. So you have the King and the Queen, the King and the Queen. You could definitely be, remember, and I believe this came out earlier, right? I believe the King and the Queen of Swords came out earlier. Was it with your reading? This is a maturity of mind. This is also, let me see. King of Swords comes up with the Moon, the Eight of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. Okay. And then we have the Five of Cups, the Judgment, so a new cycle, rebirth, and the Seven of Swords. So we have the 7, 8, and the 9 of Swords. There could be someone coming in. Again, I'm getting like there's either someone specific or people in your environment, and they're trying to I feel some of them actually have good intentions. Or you could have someone from your past coming in trying to start something with you. Or it could just be that you have, a new person trying to start something new with you. But it's not time. And it's not time because you're not ready. There's still some semblance here. And you know that if you collaborate with this and you work with this, it will leave you in a state of anxiety. I say no. If it's someone from the past, this is not the time. It's not yet the time. You need to get your mind right. You've surrendered to this. You're going through your healing process. This is maybe now a time to have a more head over heart type of energy where it's, you have to get your mind right. You have to get your energy right. You have to get your thought process right because even if you go into something, you will go into it carrying the burden with a Queen of Swords. Because the Queen of Swords is known as a bitch, but I always say, she's one of my favorite cards. I go into the Queen of Swords very easily. It's not something I'm very proud of. Sometimes I am, but she's known as a bitch. She's the Ice Queen, but she's the Ice Queen because she's been stepped on so much, and she's been hurt so much, and she's been brutalized so much. So you go into that Queen of Swords energy and that mistrust, and you bring it with you. You bring that measure with you into this relationship. So some of you are noticing that patterns. Maybe some of you tend to serial date, and you're now having to cut out the unnecessary fluff so you can really deal with the root of the issue. That way it doesn't, you don't continue running around in a cycle and feeling uncomfortable and feeling stuck. There's this energy again of anxiety as pertaining to something here. It's like a deal that went bad. You gave your heart to someone and it didn't work out, or something of that sort. But under the Queen of Swords I didn't actually see this, but now I'm seeing it. Under the Queen, the Eight of Swords is the Fool. Like liberating yourself from a mental prison. Some of you are dealing with a soulmate relationship because the High Priestess talks of karmic lessons and the Star talks of destiny. So some of you are also dealing with a soulmate relationship, and you've been rejected too many times by this person. You've been rejected too many times, and you finally surrendering to the lesson, which is about self-love and self-value and taking care of yourself and understanding that your love is from within, and you give out your love. And if a person can't appreciate your love or they can't respect your love, then it's time to withhold your love, and you don't withhold it in the sake that they will come back, but you withhold it for the safety and the sanctity of your soul and your spirit, and so that you don't become crushed and become the Queen of Swords, where your heart chakra becomes blocked and you become an Ice Queen. So sometimes you do have to withhold your love from people. And I always tell people, sometimes you have to love people from afar. Even with family members, sometimes you have to love them from afar. But I am so happy that you have surrendered to the lesson. You're going through the process, you're going through the healing, and don't rush the process. And I really shouldn't tell Capricorn that, because you guys are the Knight of Pentacles, right? You guys are slow moving anyways, so I really shouldn't tell Capricorn that. You guys will do it on your time, in your way, but guard your space, guard your mind, guard your emotions, protect yourself, know when to. And the King of Cups, this is the big difference between the King and the Queen of Cups, and it has nothing to do with their genitals or whatever. The Queen of Cups has a tendency to be like a Disney princess. She's very like in love and very fantasy-ish, like Cinderella waiting for a Prince Charming or something. And she has this tendency, the Cups are all about emotions, and the Queen of Cups is the ultimate lover. She will love you to death. That's that Venus energy very intensely. But she will love you to death is what, she will love you to death. She's very intense. That's a Scorpio energy. That's that, Cancer energy, Pisces energy. She will love you to death. And even if you treat her like shit, even if you beat her up, even if you do whatever you want to do to the Queen of Cups, she has this tendency to be she can also become, her lower vibration is that she becomes very codependent. Whereas when you graduate now into the King of Cups, so while yes, love is good, it has that lower vibration. But when you graduate to the King of Cups, you know now how to withhold your love. You know now how to moderately give your love so that it doesn't deplete you. And that's why you come up with a barrier to know, what is for your highest good and what's not. And this is a karmic lesson for a lot of you. And it helps you move into the next stage of your life cycle of your ability to love and to receive love without feeling depleted, without feeling taken advantage of, without feeling like you're being duped, without feeling like you're giving everything away and leaving nothing for yourself. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Anyways, that's the reading that I have for you guys. I hope it resonates with somebody. Of course, the general reading is not going to really resonate with everybody. Thank you guys so much for being here. Again, if you want a private reading, check the description box right down below this video. All the steps to booking a private reading are listed. You can find me on Instagram. You can do it traditional way through through the email and PayPal and pay your price. Right now, I'm doing a summer special for $55. If you choose to partake in a summer special, then send that in your email as well, that you're partaking in the summer special. Thank you guys so much for being here. I wish you the best, and yeah, have a blessed one. Bye bye.